Hi guys, Wendy Copeland here, Austin-based therapist specializing in eating disorders and trauma recovery. I want to talk to y'all just a little bit today about what it would look like if you came into my office and wanted to work through something traumatic that had happened in your past. So what I want to do is talk about TFCBT, that's Trauma-Focused Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. And I work through an acronym with you of practice, and it's a step-by-step process that allows you to work through and heal from the traumatic event that has happened. So we'll just kind of walk you through that. P is going to be psychoeducation. That's going to be, what is trauma? What happened? How is it affecting you? What are the common reactions for somebody who's been through something traumatic, and what is that like for you? Stages of grief. What is it normally like for somebody who's been through loss? Maybe in that moment you felt victimized and felt loss of control. Also, there's this other entire level of trauma that comes with cognitive, emotional, physical, and general problems that somebody might experience. Flashbacks, memories, nightmares, problems sleeping, upset stomach, headaches, emotional issues such as fear, anxiety, feeling paralyzed, shock, numb, unable to move forward, depressed. So anyway, just a lot of problems that can happen. General reactions such as escaping through substances, or maybe even getting kind of stuck in some patterns of disordered eating because maybe you felt so out of control, and so the eating disorder is the way to control the issue. Next on the list is relaxation. So I want to talk about these three in conjunction: relaxation, affect regulation, and cognitive coping. So these three are the three steps that we use to prepare us for talking about the trauma. So again, trauma. So relaxation, affect regulation, and cognitive coping are all of the skills that we want to have in daily life for just any problems that might come our way. Relaxation is about calming the body down when we're starting to feel on edge, angry, panicky. Affect regulation is actually being able to be aware and name our feelings and be able to regulate and be able to express in a healthy way our emotions. Cognitive coping is about the thoughts, those cognitive distortions that maybe you have because of this traumatic thing that happened. I can't trust anyone. Nobody's safe. Nowhere is safe. This thing's going to happen again. How do I know that I'll be okay? I don't want to try to move forward. I don't want to be hurt again. And so cognitive coping is really working through those fault, blame, and responsibility issues, as well as just cognitive coping for everyday life and wanting us to change those negative and irrational thoughts to ones that are more helpful, truthful, and productive. So that's all the preparation work. We have our psychoeducation, relaxation, affect regulation, and cognitive coping, all getting us ready for these next two steps, which is the trauma narrative and processing the trauma. So a lot of clients will tell me, oh my gosh, that part sounds really scary, Wendy. I don't know if I really want to go back and do that. Once you've done all this base work, it'll be a good safety net, and I won't move us forward until you're actually ready to do so. But when you are, you'll actually write the story of your trauma, skeleton-based story, and then the I, in vivo exposure, is where we go in and we actually sort of re-expose ourselves to the situation based on some Socratic questioning that I'll ask as your therapist, where you'll come up with some thoughts, feelings that you were experiencing in that moment, and then even adding in sensory information. So what did you see, smell, taste, touch, hear? And it will actually allow you to get back into that space for a minute. Maybe feel a little overwhelmed at first, but as we continue to process, there's actually studies that show desensitization is very healing for the trauma work. So all that cognitive, emotional, general, and physical problems that we talked about that are common reactions to trauma, that those will actually start to decrease in symptomology for you, and that's really where the magical healing stuff happens. So once we get through those two steps, and that will be sort of the brunt of the trauma work, you'll actually be at a place where you get to share the story with one trusted person outside of therapy. We'll bring them into the room so it's in a safe place. I'll vet them and assess and make sure that they can be supportive, truly believe you, and just be somebody that you can trust and you can count on, so that when you do end therapy, that's actually transitional outside of therapy and what you're paying me for, that you have someone on the outside that you feel this connectivity with the healing. So that's our C for practice, community, and that leads us to the last step, which is ensuring future safety. So ensuring future safety, while we can't control everything that's going to happen in this world, we can take steps to try to provide preventative safety for ourselves as we step into this world. I love the E because not only are we talking about making you safe in the future, but we're talking about an exit plan. And we're talking about the end, also an E, of therapy, and getting us ready to empower, that's also an E, empower you to leave therapy and to feel good and confident as you step into your next steps of life. So anyway, that's basically it. Healing from trauma and working through the TFCBT model with me, that you'll learn about the trauma, we'll learn how to calm down your body, be aware of your feelings, change your thoughts to more positive things, work through and process and heal from that wound that you experienced with that traumatic event, share it with someone, and then ensure your future safety and get ready to end. And then, hello, graduation fiesta, because you've done so much awesome work. So I hope I can be a part of that. I'm going to have information with the website below, but if it's not me, then hopefully somebody can help who can help you work through trauma, and maybe somebody that's TFCBT certified, because it's a really helpful model. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Be well. Adios.